Hey guys, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a little two-player card game called Alliance. Alliance is a two-player card game where each player is taking on the role of a different army. They're going to have a leader, they're going to have a general, and they're going to have some just regular infantry units. And they're trying to take out the other player's army through some dice rolling, and whatever the result of that die may or may not hit the opposing team for a certain amount of damage. That's the game. Let's go to the table, see how it plays. Alright, so here is a game of Alliance set up for, well, the two-player game, because it's a two-player game. Let me go over setup really quickly. Each player is going to get a deck of cards. So in this case, we have the blue team. I'm not sure of the name, so we'll call them the Knights. And the red team, the Dragons and Underworld type creatures. Underworld, I guess Knights and Dragons. Dragons, how about that? We'll roll with Dragons. So we have Knights versus Dragons. For setup, you're going to have a leader. They're going to look like this. They're going to have that symbol, the crown, showing that it's the leader. And they're going to have 4 options to hit the opponent, which I'll explain when we get to that. Then you're going to shuffle the rest of your cards, and you're going to flip 5 face up. There are 3 different types of cards. There's the leader. There's a unit, which is this guy with the swords for this person. And then there is a general, which has the knight's helmet. So that's a general. It's a little stronger than the other ones. And red will do the same thing. They have a general, same type of guys. And there will be a die. It's a regular D6, but this one's kind of fancy, so I wanted to show it's a cool little metal die with some gold and purple inlays. Alright, so this game is pretty straightforward. On your turn, you're going to pick 2 of your guys that are going to attack the opponent. There are some restrictions about attacking. So let's look at this guy. So this guy for the blue player, up in this corner, has a sword. That means it can attack the person right across from him. Right across only. That's it. This person has a ranged weapon, noted by the bow and arrow. It can attack anybody that they want. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. If that's wrong, I'll put some clarification, but I think that's correct. And the way that the battle is going to work, let me show you this this Alliance Cavalry guy again. You can see down the bottom, it gives you a die roll result and how much that attack value is. So in this case, if this player rolled a 6, the attack would be worth a 2. So that's kind of how that works. And so you're going to get an attack with 2 characters. You can only attack with each character 1 time per round. And then you're going to hit, hopefully, if you roll the correct amount, the other player's character. And that's it. So we'll start with blue and we'll get going. So the first thing, this guy has a general out. So we want to attack that general down. So I'm going to go ahead and send this guy after the general. I need a 6, a 5, or a 2. And I rolled a 6 and I hit him for 2. So he's at 7. Now his health is down to 5. That's what these little markers are for. It adjusts the health of the characters. I'll show you. It looks just like what's on the card, but it's a different number. So it has a 7, but now he's a 5. So he hit him with that. Then this guy's going to come along, the Alliance Elven Archer, and he's going to attack. And he got a 6. That misses. All right. So they're done with their turn. They got hit for 1. And now it's their turn. So they're going to start bringing out their general. Actually, no, they're going to start working on their general. So they're going to take this Mystic Dragon to go after this player's general, and they need to roll a 3, 6, or a 4. They got a 6, and a 6 is worth 3 hits. So that's going to bring him from 9 down to 6. All right. Then this one's a range. It's going to do the same thing. So this guy's going to go after the dragon again. They need a 3, 6, or a 4. Got a 2. So no hit. All right. Back to this player. They're going to keep plucking off at the general because the generals are worse. So let's keep going with this guy. So the Alliance Cavalry is going to roll. We need a 6, 5, or a 2. We got a 3, so it misses. Same. Alliance Archer. 3. Miss. So they did absolutely nothing on their turn. back to red. Their general is going to start pegging. Nope. Going to go back here so they can hit the general. So this Mystic Fire Dragon is going to attack the general. Got a 6, and that hits for 3. So now the general's health is down to 3. Get my tokens off the camera, sorry. Alright, and then this one is going to do the same. That's the Mystic Fire Dragon. Let's see. A 3, and that's going to hit for 4, so the general is now dead. Alright, so that was their 2 attacks. They killed the general. Nothing the general can do about it. They just kind of take it. And then when a character dies, it's going to go into the slain pile, which is basically the discard pile. Alright, now, it's blue player's turn again. One thing you can do on your turn, aside from attacking, is you can reveal 1 card from your deck to fill up an empty space. So if you have 4 empty spaces, you can still only reveal 1 card. So I'm going to flip this card. It's an Alliance Centaur, and we're going to fill that spot. Alright, and they are going to try to keep plucking away down at this general with the cavalry. They got a 6, they hit him for 2. So now this guy is down to, I can't do math, to 3. Alright, that was really simple math that I couldn't figure out. And then we're going to go with the archer again and see if we can get him. We need a 2. Got a 1, so that misses. Alright, now it's back to this turn. They're going to use their general and they're going to attack this guy because they're getting tired of getting hit. So they got a 6, and a 6 does not hit. Alright, so they're going to use this guy. They're going to attack the Elven Archer. They got a 4, and a 4 hits for 2, so they're down to 1. Alright, and that is how you're going to play the game. You're going to continue going like this until all of this one player's cards are gone, and they're out of their cards in their deck. At that time, their leader is going to come to the front, and then they get to start attacking. But they're going to be able to take hit points as well. So, you know, they're going to hit on 4 numbers, but, you know, they're still going to get hit, and there's nothing they can do about it. So that's how you play Alliance. Let's go up to the top, see what we think about it. All right, so that was Alliance. This is an interesting little 2-player game. It's really easy. It has one page worth of rules, and most of the rule book is explaining of symbols and some of the card breakdown and how the card layout is. Really, the rules are just 1 column of the page. It's really easy to learn. It's really easy to play. All you're doing is, on your turn, you're going to pick 2 guys. You're going to attack 2 other guys. You're going to roll the die. If your die roll comes up and you get a hit, you're going to hit based on what's on your card. So say I can hit on 2, 4, and 6. A 2 may be 6 damage, a 4 may be 1, and a 6 may be 3 damage. So I'm going to roll, I get a 6, and I'm going to get 3 damage. I'm going to mark the other player's character that they take 3 damage. Once they take, you know, all the amount of hits that they can take, they go to the discard pile. You're going to keep playing like that until you take out the other player's leader. It's really easy. It's really quick. It doesn't take long. I think I played a couple games of it in about, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes each because we were kind of just flying through it. So yeah, if you're a fan of card games, well, dice rolling games, and you like battling your friends, I'd say check this one out. My only issue is I wish there was more than just army. So I know that I have the starter kit, so maybe eventually I might get some spells or a card that I can get that's just going to wipe out another player's card. I don't have to do anything. That would be a little more interesting because then I'd be like, I never know what I'm going to flip up. It's going to make revealing another card more interesting because as it is right now, the only suspenseful part of flipping a card is going to be a general. And there are only so many generals, so you may have already hit your general limit, and then it's just another infantry guy. So that's a side aside. That's not an issue with the game. That's just, I think that would make it a little more interesting to me. So if you like 2-player games and you like rolling some dice, playing quick games, easy to teach, I highly recommend Alliance. And I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and keep gaming.